I'm John Hall. I'm the CEO of Rickenbacker International. My dad was active in the company until 1984, and I bought the company from him then, which is when he retired.
My name is Grover Jackson, and I've been making guitars for quite a while now. The process is to make a pretty picture first. You have to make a picture of what it is you want to make.
These are plans dating back to 1954. Plans for a guitar that we never produced. It's also a good example of the original way of designing a guitar. Pencil and paper on a blueprint. And now everything is done with CAD design.
My primary focus right now is doing programming, CAD, CAM, CNC stuff. I've kind of run back and forth between the computer and the CNC machine because, you know, it's kind of like the Terminator thing where the machine creates the fixtures, and the fixtures create the parts, and everything creates everything. What I'm creating today is the fixture to cut the head shape, to put the tuner holes in, which will look like this, because the head is angled back at 7 degrees.
This is an instrument that it was really the first instrument that I designed from the ground up, beginning in '73. I have to say this was the first time that I was turned loose and allowed to design something pretty much on my own. And it definitely was a step outside of our usual type of instrument, really exploring some new territory. And it was quite unique because the pickups were interchangeable, the circuitry was interchangeable. There was a lot of close tolerance tooling that was involved to build this something that was a little bit different from traditional guitar building. We're fortunate to have the bass that belongs to Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead. This actually was his original bass. Lemmy has asked us to restore it to its original condition, which is going to be quite a challenge. Not only has the finish basically been totally removed, there's been a lot of modifications of the instrument. Certainly a venerable old instrument here that's been through the rock and roll wars 3 times over, and has a very unique odor as well. Obviously, this has been in a lot of clubs, and I'm sure could tell an awful lot of stories.
These are classic Rickenbacker models, and that's one of the things that's most exciting for me is to work on, you know, instruments that have created the history of the business. I mean, when you start with the Beatles, that's a good place to start. So if somebody who spent their whole life being involved in guitars, it's like going to Mecca. This is it. This is the place.